All right, Shalom. I want to start off, as always, by giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Bacha Kodash. The honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love to the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And as you can see, the title of this video is going to be History, Artifacts, and Geology. Get into it. And this video is pretty much an exhortation for brothers to get into the history and to get the understanding of the history, okay? Different time periods, different artifacts, all right, locations. It's very important, man. As the apostles always say, if you don't know the history, you're not going to know the mystery, okay? And this Bible that we possess, brothers, consists of a lot of history, man, all right? I mean, a lot of it. And I know history is a sexy topic, all right? It's not as attractive, as other topics, right? But guess what? It's important. It's very important, man. Because if you don't know the history of these scriptures, brother, you're missing a lot. I mean, a great portion of what this Bible is saying, man. So you have to get into this history. You have to get into different artifacts, and you got to get into geology, all right? The location of where these things happen, man. Now, we understand that we believe these scriptures by faith. Yes, we do. But there's a bunch of history and artifacts that backs up the scriptures, man. All right? A lot of books and different things, man. That validates everything that's in the Holy Bible. And guess what? These top, Christian scholars, right? Even these other, scholars and, historians, they get into the scriptures, man. They get into the scriptures to see whether these things are true or not, man. Why do you think Esau over there in the Holy Land? Searching everything, digging up everything, man. To try and validate, to see if what our forefathers wrote down is true, man. And guess what? He knows it's true, okay? These top theologians, they know that all the history contained in the scriptures is true and is very accurate, man, okay? It's super accurate, man. So we have a sure word, brothers, of prophecy, of history, of everything, man. It is so much contained in these scriptures, brother, all right? You can't get into Daniel chapter 7 without knowing some history. Now, granted, you can hear the apostles and elders and brothers, speak about it, the different kingdoms, but can you go into it, man? Go into the dates of it, all right? Go into the different wars and events that happen to where these different, wars, pretty much, they took place so that these kingdoms can come to power, man. In Daniel chapter 7, certain events took place, man, for those kingdoms to rise to power. Do you know about those different wars and events, man? The name of those different kings, okay? Those are things you must know, brother. You can't just be in this truth, all right, parroting for 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, man. That's for a beginner to parrot, man. Eventually, you got to get into this word and know this history. Get into this history, man. And you got to discipline yourself, man. All right, sit down, okay? Stop fidgeting, stop, scrolling through your phone all goddamn. Bro, get into the word, bro. It's very important to get into this history, man. If not, you shorten yourself, brother. But guess what? Your effort is your effort, brother. I want to know this Bible, man. So I'm going to get into it. I love history, man, Now, history isn't, every brother's strength. But at least covet to get it, man. Learn it. Okay? Stop being lazy, man. Go to Walmart or somewhere, get you a notebook, okay, a clean notebook, man. Watch the apostles' videos on different, breakdowns of history, man. Get into it. And once you get into it, brother, I'm telling you, man, look, you will fall in love with it. All right? You will fall in love with the history and the artifacts and different things, man. Getting into history is like time traveling. Okay? It's beautiful, man. Anthropology is beautiful. Okay? But you got to be disciplined enough to sit there and want to get it, man. Now, real quick, I'm gonna start here with a precept. This is 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So you got to study, brother. You got to study these scriptures, man. Set you a time to where, okay, look, I'm gonna go into this for 20 minutes. Okay. Then I come back another 20 minutes and then go into some more of it. All right. You can do it in portions. You don't have to sit there, okay, for 45 minutes to an hour to learn history, man. Do it in portions until you build up that tolerance to sit there. Okay, I can, go into it for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Okay. Since I love history so much, for me personally, sitting there for an hour, going over history, that's nothing to me. To me, it's like drinking water, or breathing. It's nothing to me to do it because I love it. But I know that it's not every brother's passion. So the advice I'm giving is that, hey, brother, just go into it in portions, okay? Take you some good notes. Watch the apostles, man. Watch the different videos on the history, okay? The different, documentaries on YouTube. It's a lot of information out there, man. But you got to be willing, brother, to sit there and to learn it, okay? Study to show yourself approved unto the Most High, man. Because being a man out there on the highways and byways, brother, you got to be sharp, man. It's easy to just, say a bunch of precepts. What if somebody come up and, and truly question you on these scriptures, man, on different history, okay? Different events that took place, man, in the time of their history. That stuff you got to know, man. You got to know this stuff, brother, all right? And the apostles to heart, all right, and all the apostles, they always talk about it, man. I believe almost every time the apostle Rumlock get into history, he say, pretty much, I know that, a history is not as, exciting as other topics. But you got to know this stuff, man. Next precept I have here is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15. Proverbs 15 in the 28th verse. Here we go. Proverbs 15:28. It says, "The heart of the righteous study it to answer." Okay? The heart of the righteous study it to answer, man. You get into these scriptures and you study to answer. Answer who? Those who are seeking to know Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Those who are seeking to learn, okay? Your job as a teacher, as a brother out there on the highways and byways, is to study these scriptures to answer, all right, your brothers and the sisters who want to know about the Lord, man. And about history and, everything, man. You need to come up on a level of a scholar, man. That little bro, the Apostle Hart said that all the time. We scholars, man. This is our book, bro. Okay? This is our book. And we got to, know it, man. Get into it. Cut off all the other bullshit, man. Okay? It's easier scrolling your phone for 20 minutes. How about taking them, 20 minutes and go and look up some artifacts on the Greek Empire? on the Babylonian Empire, okay? On the Assyrian Empire, on the Medes and the Persian Empire, man. Do you know where the Medes and Persian Empire located? Believe it or not, some men don't know. They can say Medo-Persian. Okay, so show them a map and say, look, show me where is that. Those are things you got to know, man. So once again, it says, the heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poured out evil things. Next precept here is the book of Proverbs chapter 16. In verse 23, it says, the heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and added learning to his lips. Okay? He teaches his mouth, he added learning to his lips. You got to learn, brother. And in this case, I'm going into the history, the artifacts, and geology. Okay? It's very, very important, man. Stop being lazy. Stop making excuses for yourself, man. Stop saying, I can't. So you say that, brother, then you already done fucking gave up, man. Oh, no, oh, bro, come on, bro. It is so much information out there, man. For you to sit back and say, oh, no. No, you're lazy. Just say that. Say, I'm lazy. Okay, stop saying, I don't know, or I don't, no. You're lazy, bro. Just say it. Once again, history isn't everybody's strength, but you can get into it and learn it, man. Things that are not my strength, guess what I do? I still get into it so I can learn it. No excuses, man. Here it is. You saying your how about Shema Shai, all these great things, but then you start to limit yourself, talking about what you can't do and learn. When all you got to do is go on your cell phone, Google this, and guess what? It'll pull it right there for you, man. Shit, what that take? 15 seconds? A minute to write down, okay, this artifact. Okay, what's the name of this artifact? All right, write it down. That's easy, bro. But that's too much for some people, man. Because it requires you to be disciplined, which is something that Jake struggled with. Actually sitting down, okay? Our attention spans here in Babylon have been corrupted, man. But you got to sit there and be disciplined, okay? Be disciplined, man. Get into the word. Next precept is 1 Timothy. Sorry, not 1 Timothy, 1 Peter, okay? First Peter chapter 3 and 15, it says, but sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. Okay, you got to be ready to give an answer, man. Unto those who ask you, brother. And the history is very, very important. I can't stress that enough. If you don't know the history of these scriptures, brother, you're missing out on a whole lot. I mean a whole lot. Okay. Now, out on the highways and byways, it's very rare, that you can go into depths on history. Okay. That's more for a class setting. But you still can get into it if the question comes up. If the topic comes up, you can explain it enough for the individual who's asking to get it. You can give certain dates, certain artifacts, okay? Tell them, look into this, look into that, or Google this. This is when the Greek Empire came into power. This is what battle took place that made the Greeks pretty much overtake the Medo-Persian Empire. And so on and so forth, man. All right? It's beautiful. But if you don't know the history, then Don't sit there and just make up some shit, bro. Okay? Mumbling and bumbling. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. If you don't know the answer to something, as the scriptures say, lay your hand on your mouth, man. Pretty much don't say nothing. This is Sirach 5. And I'll close up their precept and I'll get my behind and work. This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, if thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. Right. If you know, okay, certain breakdowns and things, then you answer your neighbor, man. It says, if not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Right. If you don't know it, then say, hey, you know what? Look, I don't know that right now. Or I haven't looked into that. Don't be proud and start just spewing out stuff you don't know. So you want to be sure, brother. But you got to get into this history, man. Okay? And I might, Lord willing, right now, shit, my computer is broken. But I definitely want to get into more videos on history, all right? On, the history of the scriptures, right? The Greek Empire, different things like that. Showing the different dates, showing the artifacts and stuff like that. I want to get into that more, Lord willing. But I pray it was edifying, man. I pray it was comforting and exhorting to you brothers out there, man, to get into this history, get into the artifacts, get into geology, man. It's so important to know these scriptures and the mystery of what's going on here in this Bible, man. So with them, we're going to close out. I'll praise you, how about Shemel Shai, by Shem Kodash, Shalom.